I don't know, man.
Yeah, whatever.
I feel like it'll still be loud because it's right here. We just have to be mindful of it. And if you like accidentally smack it, dude, it'll be really loud. But
Like
how the fuck are you?
For the rest of the time, it'll be loud.
No, if you just accidentally smack it, the smack will be loud.
Like smack and it gets loud for the rest of the time. Smack makes sense.
Yeah, we just have to have like monotone, normal voices.
I'm not doing monotone. I'll try my best to make it quiet, but I don't know.
Yeah, I can't do monotone.
I got mine on my belly button, so I could probably have a little enunciation of my shit. But
so how the fuck's going? I got two actually things I need to address.
How the fuck is it going,
I've got two things I need to address before we start this thing. The first one, why are you gay? And the second one, where the fuck you get this haircut from? Goddamn, the toilet store? No. But so my tummy hurty. That's one thing I need to address because I'm pretty sure I get motion sickness from sitting inside all day and scrolling on the phone and watching the TV because mentally things are moving, but my body's just in one spot all day. So when I get up to move, like physically, my stomach just fucks up, dude. It hates it. It's like swashing. It's fucked up. Second thing, my dad told me he spent $14,000 plus bills in the last 2 months. And he said it wasn't splurging, and then he said the TV was splurging. All of it was pretty much splurging. The dude it wasn't necessities that he needed. Because, like, his bed frame he got because it was like, and I'm not dogging on my dad, obviously, but we all got problems. But this is one of his, and it bothers me because I have to hear it by extension. And then I'm like, fuck, dude, what the hell are we going to do with all that? And so he got the bed frame because he wasn't sleeping well. But the dude drinks a lot of coffee. He's not actively trying like to get away from the phone for like an hour or like darken your room. Like there's a lot of things you try before you just go spend $1,000 on a. I feel like the older generation tries to solve everything monetarily. You feel that?
fuck, I don't
Not
know.
to that extent. Not to that extent.
Yeah, that's a lot.
My dad does a lot.
$7K a month is a lot to. It's a good amount to make. It's much less a lot amount to spend.
We don't even make $7K a month.
Clog for real?
Do you think your parents make $7K a month?
But like, not a lot of people make that.
That's my point. That's my exact point. Is that you have to be living like that to make that amount of money, and somebody like him is spending.
My parents probably aren't even spending $7K a month.
Yeah,
that's the crazy thing.
You don't get
my parents
seven.
Might only make the amount of money they make now and have the amount of money because they were never the type to do it. That might be the problem.
They've probably started splurging a little bit over the years, but they don't spend very much.
Corvette.
Yeah.
Brand new truck. Brand new Volvo.
You kind of have to.
Paint the house.
Especially their first kid's gone.
Yeah. Now they're having freedom.
Your sister basically runs her own business.
Yeah, she's cool.
She really does. I don't think she's going to need any help with money, to be honest. Like, they might give her some just because it's like, hey,
I don't know.
Here's some help, but I don't think she'll need it or ask.
Yeah.
She knows how to make money already in a legal and ethical way.
Yeah. I mean, she's not like, people will just ask for a shirt and she'll make one.
And that's what I'm saying. But people, like, we thought we had to get jobs. Like, before podcasts, all that shit, it was just you had to get jobs. And you can't just start a business at that young age. Like, people do it, you read about it, but it's like, oh, I can't do that. My parents don't think I can. I don't know if it's like an extension of that, but like, I don't know if my dad would support me if I started a business at 13.
Yeah. What was the second thing?
That's all of it.
My sister?
No.
It was the second thing you wanted to do?
My dad was the second thing.
Oh, your dad and tummy hurty.
Yeah, that's all that I had on my head. But I don't know.
You caught yourself being loud.
No, I'm not really loud, I don't think.
No,
I'm just talking, hopefully. But that's what I worry about. My dad's spending money. He knows damn well what he's doing. And he says he's going to stop, then he doesn't.
It's out of your hands. You can't worry about it.
Yeah, but it's not out of my hands because it's going to trickle down if he dies, dude. And I'm not thinking like...
That's going to get carried over to you?
Yeah, that's how it works, dude.
Credit card debt don't.
Yes, it does.
Credit card debt does?
You think it just disappears? You think
when
the government
dies? Yeah,
no.
I don't think it gets transferred to the children.
It goes down, dude. You can't
What? Credit card debt
Google
gets
that shit.
transferred to your
Pop
children?
that shit up. Does debt transfer to children?
Does credit card debt?
I feel like it does, dude. It has to. Where else would it go? Into collections? Who collects it? The children have to fucking.
Does credit card debt transfer to children after death? When I looked up, but my phone is going so slow. You ever heard "Behind Bars" by Jelly Roll? I was looking that up.
That song's fire. That song's some real heat.
Jelly Roll, what's up lyrics?
I started thinking about that song the other day, actually, as like
individual credit card debt can't be inherited.
Well, then
Joint accounts, cosigners, estate assets. So like you could lose the house due to that. Like they could take the house because he owes.
Yeah, so I guess then I guess I don't have to worry. So I didn't want the yard in the house. He told me he's gonna give it to me, but I'm like, I'll give it to my brother. My brother's always wanted it. I want a farmhouse somewhere. And I think my brother does now too. I talked to him the other day. I think he wants like a house out in the middle of nowhere type shit. Why would you let you see Clear Lake?
Whoever he gives the house to, though, he's basically at that point, if that's your perspective, he's giving you like a lump sum of money at that point. You just be like, sell the house, you can make the money that it's worth.
If it's not worth well,
it's worth more than $0 fucking.
That's true, but it might be worth Jesus. See, I didn't think about this stuff. I thought it just passes down. I thought everything.
He's giving you a choice. You can live in it or you can sell it.
Yeah, but you're saying by what you just said, we're gonna have to sell it anyway.
No, if you guys both want a farmhouse and you don't want to live in his house, then you would sell it, right?
Yeah, but we're talking about the debt. We're gonna have to
Oh.
sell it anyway.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how that collection. I don't know if credit card. That's another good Google. Can credit card companies take your house?
Yeah, probably. It probably goes into the collections.
Can credit card companies take your house?
Oh shit.
They can't come and simply take it.
Well, no,
for
but
missing a few payments, but they put a lien on that shit.
like we own some of your house now.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up,
if
dude.
If you go to sell it, you can't because there's a lien out on it.
Yeah. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That could happen way before.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's not that old.
Yeah.
And I'm not like betting on his death or nothing. I just start to think about like what kind of actions my parents are having, which is weird because I'm not supposed to be more mature than these people. And I think more about their actions than I think they do. Or they think about them. I got one in. They think about them, but they don't. They like to. They make excuses for themselves. Both of them. I think that's why I was so impulsive and made excuses for myself, and I don't want to. It's weird. The house I grew up in, bro, is weird as hell. You know, because I've explained it to you. Fucking, it's an insane household. Like I forgot, I was gonna say this on the podcast.
I fucking tapped it. I tapped the microphone. Hope that wasn't too loud. Sorry, guys.
I was gonna say this on the podcast that I made earlier, but I got distracted by my own brains. But I talked to my brother the other day. I know I sent you this message, and he sometimes can't piss too. Like I thought I was just retarded
that's
and
from
can't piss
people
sometimes.
Just busting into the bathroom.
Yeah, it's childhood fucking trauma, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think my brother and sister think about it like that either. I think they just think about, oh, this is me.
Making that jump.
No, I think a lot of people just are like, this is me.
I'm just a shy pisser. It's like, yeah, because you got fucking weirded out as a kid with your dick out there.
Well, that's the thing, because every time I took mushrooms, I was like, okay, I can piss normally. My brain's not distracted. It's literally a mental thing, dude.
Yeah.
Like on mushrooms, I can piss just fine no matter what, no matter where I am. I'm just fine. But then as soon as I come back to my normal brain, I can't do it no more. Like I get scared. Expect, bro, when Austin's in the motherfucking bathroom, my brain just clicks like, nope, this ain't happening. And I either fucking just go pretend to piss at the urinal, wash my hands, or just walk back out, dude. I just freak out.
It'd be funny if you
I don't know what's wrong with me.
It'd be funny if you walked out and just stood in front of the door until he came out and then you went back in.
No, because then he sees me.
Yeah, it'd be
sometimes
even more funny.
I walk to that door on the balcony because I know he's coming out.
Yeah.
And then he'll walk away and look at me weird, and then I go into the bathroom. Bro, my brain is broken. I don't know what to do with this.
You got a weird piss brain, dude.
Yeah. Do you do any weird shit like that? Not with pissing, obviously, but what kind of trauma things do you have? Like, do you have anything to where? Well, I guess you shut down. That's probably your main one.
Yeah, the shutting down is pretty much it.
That's interesting to me.
I get pissed. I'm too scared of that.
You don't get scared of pissing?
No, never. You've heard me out in public letting her rip.
Damn, boy, you fried chicken in
Yeah.
there? What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. It's weird to me that you shut down because you seem to me like you always want to talk most of the time. And then, but when you shut down, because like I don't always want to talk, dude.
But your
Sometimes
ass is always talking.
I know that's the thing. I don't want to. It just happens.
Hmm.
I'm not trying to do anything. That's why the podcast just
I
works.
guess I would prefer if I could talk more. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to talk all the time. I feel like people that talk all the time I shouldn't say dumb, but
I don't even think I'm whispering. Am I whispering? I feel like I'm just talking normally.
You're fluctuating a little bit, but
Who the fuck knows? We'll figure these mics out eventually.
Maybe I'm quiet, maybe I'm loud.
Who the fuck knows, dude?
I don't know.
I wish we could like connect headphones to it to hear.
What were you saying though?
Oh yeah. I don't normally always want to talk, but when I get upset, I'm like I can't stop talking. You know, even if I don't want to say anything.
Yeah.
Because then I say fucked up shit.
When you're off the sauce.
Yeah. I say
you do
fucked
not
up
let
shit,
me get
dude.
a word out, and you don't like you'll start an argument and then not let me argue with
you. Yeah, I just keep talking so that I win. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I just won that. And then I wake up next morning, I'm like, what the fuck did I do?
Did you hit me last night? It's like, no, you ran into a table twice.
Sometimes I wouldn't blame you if you hit me, dude. Because I sometimes I've came in like, oh god.
Nah. You almost tried to fight me the one time at Thomas's though.
That still blows my mind because I've told people that I'm like I use that as an example of like my shitty alcohol night,
bro.
times,
I was
dude.
like, damn, he doesn't think I'm his friend, bro.
Fuck. Out of like 4 times I've drank, which is a lot of times. There's been 4 times because normally I'm happy, but 4 times like where I black out, dude, where my brain shuts off and my body's still going.
That was like that spicy burning fucking whiskey that was in the garage for a while.
Guess who had that at her house on Thanksgiving? My mom. I'm like, that shit is dangerous.
You're like, no.
Yes.
You almost threw up by looking at it. You're like, that's the devil right there, boy.
But it was like, gives me power. They had like this much left in the bottle, so they were sipping on.
Your mom is going to.
My mom and her boyfriend are crazy too. My whole family's nuts, and I didn't make it out unscathed, but I'm like probably the most normal, whatever that means.
I don't know. I like you. I think you're cool.
I don't know about all that, dude. But that's why the podcast just works. See, I don't want to talk all the time, but it just comes out.
It's nice. I like the podcast because before there was like technology and shit, I feel like this is what people were doing most time. This was like a fun activity for people to open your mind and have communications. It kind of grounds you to reality a little bit when you're just talking, especially when you hit the level where you forget there's something recording or a microphone and whatnot, which is good about these microphones and whatnot. But you start hitting a level where it's not a podcast, you're just having a conversation. That's pretty sweet. That's what Rogan talks about sometimes.
That's really the main reason I get upset when like Blair doesn't want to, or like doesn't want to come on, but like Blair's busy, or like when you don't want to do it because you're tired or something. Like it's because I'm usually watching the TV or on my phone. You're usually on your game and on the phone because you got to text your girl.
To go back to reality.
And my brain, for some reason, it feels like it's easier to focus on like one thing when I'm in one conversation. Like it's a bunch of things.
The conversation is that's what I'm saying. The conversation is dope because it's everything.
Yeah,
you can bring up whatever you want. I don't know why more people don't do this more often. To be honest, you don't necessarily have to record it, but it would be nice to just sit down with someone and talk. But it's because psycho to be like, hey, can I just sit down with you and talk for a little bit?
Not just that, but how often does our generation spend thinking about like the things they like and don't like, or like the amount of time you and I have spent thinking about like what God is or what a soul is or like all this shit is like. I don't think most people even put thought into it because I've talked to people about their religion.
Their fucking mind.
Yes, I talk to people about their religion, and I'm like, I think it's this and this and this. Obviously, it's my own opinion.
This shit since I was like 15. Man.
Yeah, and then I'm like, what do you think? And then they just give me some fucking book bullshit. Definition. Yeah,
and you're like, okay, so you're on level 1 forever. We're on level 1 forever.
It's a trap. That's what I was telling you with behind bars. I started thinking about it as a mental thing. All my friends are behind bars, or most of my friends are behind bars, dude. They're stuck in their brain. I started thinking about driving here one day. It's like stuck in their brain. Yes.
That one and Bloodstream, you play those back to back. It's like,
she start crying.
You listen to Bloodstream again today, then?
I've been listening to it like every day, dude. I told
you that was
multiple
good.
times.
Like, Ed Sheeran, this is gay. And then I was like, hold on, let him cook.
He said it, not me. Chance Nielsen is a confirmed gay.
It was a direct quote from Cody Allen Kiss.
Well, I trust that guy's fucking judgment. All right, he must have been researching.
You don't trust the science, Chance?
Yeah, you
You're a
better
science
trust.
denier.
Questioning Cody Kiss is questioning factual history.
Oh, so wow, that's factual history.
What do you think's gonna happen, dude? Do you think that like we're gonna have some World War III type shit? You think Trump's gonna get in?
Whatever.
Inauguration day is like the 20th, isn't it, of January? Who the fuck decided that day? Like 20th?
Yeah.
That's the end of the fucking month, dude.
Yeah, it's weird.
Why didn't they pick January 1st? I guess that's New Year's, but come on now. Make it extra special. Put the inauguration day on New Year's. Morning for fucking inauguration, nighttime for partying and getting drunk.
I don't know what's going on with that shit. I don't know if anything changes. There's so many checks and balances. It's tough. Like the whole abortion argument doesn't really ride on the president as much as it rides on the Congress.
I think it's going to change. Congress, everything's Republican now.
It's majority Republican.
Yeah. That's why the podcast I was just listening to with Mark Andreessen, the newest one, he was talking about how like they're having like a civil war in the Democratic Party because they lost so bad, and the last time they lost, they have this history where like before Clinton they had like 12 years before.
Yeah, they were like it was 12 years straight where it was just Democrats in office. Yeah.
Well, no, they couldn't win because they failed so bad the last time.
I think like the last 16 years, it's been like 12 years with Democrats.
Well, that was after that period.
That was after that period.
Yeah. He was also talking about how Ozempic, bro.
Why are they having a civil war?
Well, because they lost so bad, and they realized
So
that if they stay this way, and they're not going to be able to win anymore, and their party's useless.
You've seen those bell graphs where it's like the political divide, and you can see it separating over time. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So now the problem is everybody is too far out, so like you got to cut off the far left at this point. You have to come back to the center a little bit. Same with the far right. You got to try and form something better.
I think it will. I think the pendulum will swing.
You gotta hope it will.
Because if they return to like most of the values they held before the Democratic Party, I think it's going to be a clash again, and then we're going to have to battle ideas.
This is like the first time in history Republicans have been like they're the anti-war party. It's the Republicans. They used to be like the war machine.
Yeah, it's weird as fuck.
And now it's Democrats are the war machine.
Because it was for money, and now Democrats have completely, or the Republicans have completely changed. It's weird. It's all weird. That's why like labels don't really matter.
Tough, yeah. Having a president is a dumb idea too. I still think we should have like a presidential cabinet.
It's like Rogan says it might have to be AI, dude. Like
fuck, I hate that possibility, but I also understand.
It's a logical fucking thing. If you ask like
how do you take the bias out of it? The problem, I guess the problem I have is whoever programs it probably has bias because a human made it.
That's the thing. Even Grok has bias, dude, because it's coming from all internet. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna have an inherent bias because there's bias within the internet.
And that's how they make the AI, right? Is they just basically it starts learning different shit on the internet, right? It's a large language model. It basically absorbs a bunch of shit. Like it's not
what humans are essentially.
You can't plug it into the fucking earth. You can't plug it in the dirt and it starts learning shit about Earth.
That's a good point. It learns
shit about Earth from the internet. Which I guess there's stuff. Like, how does it choose which one to learn about and which one to call factual? I guess.
Listen,
they said the N95 mask worked. So if you would have asked the AI back then, hey, did the mask work? It would have said yes. But then if you ask it now, it's like no.
Here's how you solve this problem. You give Elon Musk a lot of mushrooms, and he's going to program Grok to be completely unbiased. And then Grok will program another Grok to be even more unbiased than that one. And eventually, hopefully, we get to a logical...
You let the AI just evolve on its own? Well, yeah.
It has to be without human because...
it'll have a small genetic memory of, like, the human creation.
Well, the argument against what we were just saying was that, like, it's biased. It also, if you ask it enough questions, you usually can get to like a logical consensus, a logical answer. Even with ChatGPT or any of those, if you can get around the bias, you can usually get like a logical answer. I don't know what I was trying to say before. I was trying to make up words.
When ChatGPT came out, I had it explain quantum physics to me, or quantum computing, and it was
That's the most dangerous fucking part of having a mic on me.
That's true. You're gonna spill shit. Liable to spill shit. But I remember asking it like it was like 20 questions because I was like, "This is too complicated. Like I don't know what you're saying to me right now." And it eventually broke it down where I think quantum computing is like having a yes and a no at the same time. But I wanted to know how it's physically like what parts are we putting into the machine that are allowing this. and
Yeah.
it's like an insane magnet and something else. But it broke it down enough where it was like literally told me it wasn't schematics, but it was like the magnet does this while
It's like
this
quantum
heats up, and it
mechanics for
does, like, a
retards.
bunch of shit, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's insane.
Yeah.
I've listened to a lot of quantum mechanics, and like they say that like the more
Quantum
you,
computing is what I had it explained to me.
I just like the whole idea of it. Like with quantum
Yeah.
computing, it's the
It's
same
the same.
thing
It's a yes and
essentially.
a no at the
Yeah,
same time.
yeah.
It's Schrodinger's cat.
And the more you understand, the more you don't understand. That's what a lot of fucking
The
people
deeper
say,
you go
because
into
you
the
don't.
rabbit hole, you're
Our
like,
brains
what?
can't fathom a yes and a no at the same time. We want good and bad, or
Yeah.
this and
Two
this.
things at the same time.
That's the only way we can
They're
see the
different-
reality.
Two things in two different places at the same time.
Yes.
Two of the same thing.
Maybe that's what. Maybe a quantum computer is what we need. Both possibilities at the same time.
Computing AI.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they'll have both possibilities at the same time, and they'll be able to see everything.
Then it's open to biased and unbiased.
Yes, and it'll be like, what's the best idea here
Yeah.
for everything?
Yeah.
You think it will
But
get?
then the AI is dictating. I don't know. I don't like the AI making the decision. That's the problem. But I guess it'd probably have to.
I don't think it'd get rid of us.
Because you say, what's the best decision? But the AI is got a definition of the best. So what is it? Is it longevity of the planet, longevity of humans, longevity of this, longevity of it?
Maybe it just processes every possibility very fast.
That is kind of what they're good at. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like,
maybe that is the way.
Here's the phone. Maybe it just gives us like a fucking Bible document, like, or a fucking Declaration of Independence. Like, here's how humans follow this path to their ultimate, ultimate fucking godhood or whatever. Fucking getting to the ability of going beyond form or whatever we got to do.
Yeah.
What if we're just like water bottles or something one day, where we're just like these glass figures and we're all just fucking energy within it? It's weird, like
soul containers.
Just a container of a soul.
That's what like one of the alien theories is. We're just containers for souls, and this is a farm.
It is kind of weird. Some things do look weird, like Doge just ending up to being the fucking government.
Yeah,
the Department of Government Efficiency. Bro, but what I was gonna say is the podcast I was just watching also talked about how Ozempic also helps curb addiction with like alcohol and drugs and shit. It's kind of weird.
Oh.
So like ultimately, if you like work out on it and
methadone with heroin.
Well, yeah, but this blocks it because it like creates discipline. Essentially, it's like a pill for discipline, is what they were saying.
That's weird.
It's weird as fuck.
It's dangerous
because it curbs cravings. So you're not gonna go and do all this shit, and then you're building that muscle in your brain. So you're gonna go and maybe do other shit. So if you work out on it, maybe it's like a magic pill. Maybe nobody's gonna be fat, and maybe nobody's gonna.
They gotta come up with something better than Ozempic.
We already have it. It's called magic mushrooms.
Rice-empic. You have my pendulum?
Mm-mm.
You're right.
I'm gonna let you sit in the silence.
I'll sit in silence. I sit in silence most times.
What the fuck are you gonna do? You're leaving Wednesday night then? That's kind of nuts.
I'll be back Thursday night.
I'm gonna lock the door.
I have a key. I have the key.
Yeah, I don't need a key. I'll just break the door in. Probably light enough.
That's a heavy ass door.
You think so?
Door's heavy.
I bet the wall's not. I might be able to just dig a
probably,
hole in the wall, dude.
First.
I'd treat it like prison or something.
Yeah.
Just jack my way through the wall.
Window's way easier though. One of these is unlocked. I bet. Hold on.
One of them's gonna be broken.
Oh, it's gonna be broken.
Like the kitchen window, maybe, because nobody can see there.
Like the dryer.
We got it almost fixed. I thought it'd be a lot harder than it fucking was, to be honest.
Are we sure it's that part I ordered?
I think so, because like
if it's not that, it's like the heating element then.
The whole thing, and then we're just gonna have to get a new dryer.
Okay.
My dad
this
said,
is like our one shot basically.
My dad said, and I quote, "I'm just gonna have to get a new dryer for myself, and then you guys can have
dryer. Jesus Christ.
But I don't want that.
No, he doesn't have to do that.
No,
a laundromat exists.
Yeah,
we have a washer, so we only have to dry them at the laundromat.
But also, There's a
It's
red.
gonna be funny holding around. I'm sorry if I interrupted.
No, you're good.
It's funny hauling around wet ass clothes and just pulling up to a laundromat and throwing them in the dryer. Like psychos, just wet ass clothes. What the fuck? Where'd you get these wet ass clothes?
Wash them in the sink, man. We weren't paying for that goddamn washing fee.
Yeah, washer.
Washer fee is $3.
How much is the dryer?
$1.50 for like 65 minutes.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So
okay.
you only got to go one dryer
for like 30 minutes, but then you end up adding like 2.
Didn't even need it.
$1.50?
Yeah.
The big one or the small one?
Just a regular dryer.
Okay. There is one big one, but yeah, the washers are getting outrageous.
Yeah, I'm not paying for that bullshit. But also, on those switches for the fucking dryer on those thermostats, there's a red button that's for like resetting it. If it
I saw that.
and it clicked back in. And usually, what I was reading, it says that usually when it with like GFCI outlets, if like those are like outlets that go over like sinks and shit or anywhere that's near water.
It's got the light on it.
Yep. That way, like it trips. If water goes in it, it'll fucking turn off.
You,
Yes, exactly. And that's essentially what that button is on that. So if it trips, and I pushed it in, it clicked. So that means
I wonder what. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
That just means it tripped itself. So either
it got too hot or
something fucked up in it. Those go out all the time.
It might have got too hot because for real, I took those clothes out of the washer and they were like soaking wet. Usually they're like damp, you know. They were fucking water was coming off of it. I was like, what the fuck? And then I put them in there. And
what you do?
It was like an hour and a half, and then I went over and checked it, and it was like 25 more minutes. And I was like, what the fuck? I waited 25, went over, still 25.
If it's soaked like that still, and there's water still in the washer, just put it on the spin cycle. Then it'll drain and it'll shake all the water out.
I've just been doing laundromats for however long.
Yeah, you got to do that because then it'll drain the washer too. Because it'll just sit in the washer probably if you don't do that. But the dryer, those go out all the time apparently. So.
Oh really?
Yeah. Okay. But you don't want to put soaking clothes in the dryer because then it'll smell like shit.
Yeah. It'll take so long and you'll probably fuck up whatever we fucked up. I think that's what happened.
Well, it'll stink just because it's been in the dryer so long. Yeah. Because, you know, if you leave clothes in the dryer, you ever do that? Leave clothes in the...
I take my clothes out.
You've never done it?
No. You do that.
You've never... Have you... I'm asking... Well, I didn't mean to ask about the dryer. Have you ever left clothes in the washer all night?
No. I... Maybe. But not on purpose. I usually am, like, pretty good about
yeah.
I was staying up to get my clothes out of the laundry. That was the only thing.
Yeah, sometimes I don't like doing that. That's why they're always in the dryer, though.
Because I don't like wrinkly clothes.
I don't...
Yeah, you don't care.
Yeah. But... No, I'm just kidding. But
fuck you.
That's why they're always in the dryer, because if you leave them in the washer, they smell like shit, dude. It's like
I knew that.
They start to smell bad.
They mold and shit, don't they?
Yeah, really, if you leave them long enough, yeah. Well, anything will mold if you leave water on it long enough. That's the fucking awesome thing about mushrooms, dude. They'll grow anywhere. Badass. They'll grow in space if you let them. Kind of nuts. Nature's crazy. Life finds a way. It's a direct quote from Jurassic Park. You picking your nails right now?
Cleaning them. Dirt on them. I was working today.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, just because you weren't working.
I saw you get a haircut and eat tacos, so that's all I saw of you today.
Flew through those
and
tacos.
You're sitting here, so I don't believe that I even saw you go to work.
Whatever. You
didn't see you at work.
You're probably sitting right here doing jack shit.
I did a round of push-ups, sit-ups, and pull-ups. So I got bored and took a walk.
Oh, yeah.
I can't sit inside, dude. That doesn't exist in me. I'll probably be gone tomorrow. I'm not doing it again. It's like jail for me. I can't fucking sit here. That's what I was saying. My stomach's fucked up. Everything gets fucked up when I just sit inside all day. I don't understand how people do it. That does not exist in my brain.
Not healthy. Yeah.
And our generation likes to bed rot. Just fucking lay in bed all day. I've heard it from like 2 or 3 different people now. Yeah. Bed rot. I'm bed rotting. You're disgusting to me. Stop it. Get the fuck out of bed and go do something. God damn it.
Yeah, that's always the tricky part with motivation. People are like, how do I get motivated? It's like, do something. You have to do something.
Just do something.
Yeah, do something.
Not on your phone. Do something.
There you go. Just do something.
Do a sit-up on your bed. There you go. That's your first start of the day.
Stop taking yourself so seriously and just go do something.
I don't get it, man. I get it to a point, but even when I was depressed, dude, I was still showering. I was still doing everything I needed to do. I was working. I just was like, I'm fucking depressed and sad. I'm gonna do drugs when I get off work. It's not like I'm fucking done with life. No, you can't. You can't, because even if you fucking kill yourself, then the pain just distributes everywhere else. There's no getting rid of the pain. You have to figure it out. So just sitting in it all day long just makes it worse, especially when you isolate yourself. That's when the depression gets real bad. When you're by yourself all the time with those demons. They're like, you're friends with them now, right?
No, I hate those guys. Just better at it.
Airplane. What do you think helps you deal with your demons when you like get into those depressive states and shit?
You gotta do something.
What do you usually do? Jerk off.
You can do butterfly knife. You can do these draw. I don't know. I gotta do something. Go play basketball or something. Walk around, play game. You gotta get distracted. Distraction's like good and it's bad. You don't want to be distracted all the time. Because if you're distracted, you're never working towards something. You're just distracting yourself. But that's like the easiest thing to get you out of the rumination, you know?
Yeah. I think that's why I like substances, because you're semi-distracting yourself, because your conscious brain is still there most of the time.
Licking it, rolling it. It's like a Zen experience. Right?
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Plus, they give you perspective. They make you look at your thoughts, actually, and you're like, well, that's a weird fucking thought to have, especially when you're drunk, dude. If you, like, I have this weird conscious person and then a drunk person. Like, the conscious person, until, like, those nights where I completely black out, dude, that's how I usually feel. Like, my body and motor controls are fucked up and my brain's fucked up, but there's a conscious person watching all of it happen, and it's like, what the fuck? That was a weird thought. What the fuck is wrong with me? And I'm just judging everything I do because I hate it. I don't like doing that.
You're your biggest op.
Yeah, which is good. Keeps me fucking on point. I don't want to slack off.
Yeah.
Then I just become normal. And I don't want to be normal in this society. I'd rather be a fucking weirdo.
Damn, we gotta power through, buddy. Like halfway through this month.
I thought you'd have some topics for me.
I had stuff to say.
This is Chance's official coming out of the closet. I gotta stop making so many gay jokes.
It's called projecting. It's all right. I get where you're going.
Hey. I wouldn't do that.
Nah.
What? On one of Theo's podcasts, he's like, I'm a closeted gay. Whoa, just kidding. Wait, that was the one with Stavros. Remember that? Yeah.
You just let it slip a little
Sometimes
bit.
you just say shit, dude. I do that all the time. Especially when your brain's moving so fast and you're talking.
It's like, whoa, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
fuck. Yeah. You react in a certain way to something that somebody says. You're like, oh, damn. And you're like, oh, shit, I got to play it cool.
Like, oh, my God.
You! And then you're like, oh, my bad. I didn't mean to make you feel gross.
Or you got to say something like fucking to like fix the situation.
Yeah, now you're spinning a web.
Like when you're talking to people about politics and you're trying to be on their side,
like, oh, God.
Trying to understand how they think.
Spin the web.
You're like, oh, that's fucked up. And then they're like, no, it's actually good. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying now.
Yeah, I thought you were, yep.
I just like to get people to talk. I like hear people talk and hear whatever the fuck comes out of their mouth. Usually I'm the one talking, like Dylan and fucking Mark and all these people at work, dude. I like to just hear them talk.
Forgot about Mark. I saw Mark driving the other day.
Talk about faggots around me.
Yeah, that's a weird dude.
He's been talking about Dylan penetration a lot lately.
What?
Yeah.
Dylan penetration?
Yeah, because Dylan's brain, the only way it's gay
is penetration.
Is if you're the one getting penetrated. If he rapes you and you're the one getting penetrated, you're the gay one. He said that to me and Calvin.
He's got prison brain? All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's weird. Wonder what
he's
doing in the barracks.
He's gearing up for it.
Whew.
Actually, that's a good point. Maybe that's the whole reason he joined the military. Just to be with a bunch
Butt
of
fuck our
fucking
guys.
dudes all the time.
Hot jacked dudes. I'm gonna fucking throw them in their butt.
We love our troops.
I
you
love our troops. I watch.
You like smelling them.
These are kind of good.
What do you think it would look like if you went into the military?
That
Who do you
kid.
think you'd be as a person?
I don't know.
You think you'd survive in there?
I don't think that's for me.
I don't think it's for me either.
I don't think I'd make it.
How do you think you'd react to like? My brain just like pictured you crying, but I don't think you'd be crying. But how do you think you'd? Just because like you'd shut down, and the guy would keep yelling at you, but like a drill sergeant, like yelling at you.
They might want you to shut down.
That's the thing. You probably shut down, and like when I was a kid and used to get super mad, I'd just start crying, dude. You ever get to that point where like you're just so mad you just start crying?
Yeah, it's literally switches into sadness.
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck?
I'm useless, dude.
Yeah, yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah,
but I think that might happen to me if I was like a young kid in the military. I might start crying, and then I'm a pussy in there or something. But I also wouldn't like listen to the authority of him. I wouldn't give a fuck. Listening to shit. Yeah. I wouldn't give a shit.
I would miss like the first bell to wake up or go to the fucking line or whatever they're doing, and I get kicked out like first day.
We weren't smart back then, but we were curious and we asked questions. So if they'd tell us something, we'd be like, "Why the fuck do I got to do that?"
You can't question the authority.
Plus, I swear a lot. I've always sworn a lot.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be proper and shit.
Yeah, there's no proper Cody. There never has been a proper Cody.
Yeah. I read through the transcript on one of your podcasts. It's a lot, you swear.
I know. I know. It's just how I fucking talk, dude.
Sure it is, yeah.
My dad used to yell at me for it. It's because it's easy, dude. You don't got to make up words or nothing like that. You just say it.
Filler.
Yeah. I know I can not swear. I do it around my grandparents.
And then you're stepping on eggshells again.
Yeah, I don't like that. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't care that you swear. I'm just saying. I read it and I was like, there's a blank, 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 another blank, blank.
People are just going to have to get used to it.
Yeah.
It's just how it goes. I'm not bleeping nothing, so you two better pay me my money. I told him, give me my money. I don't think there is a path in my life where I became a military person. I thought about it when, you remember, what's his name now? Dom from Bago? The guy that worked on the mine. Yeah, he almost got me to join in the military. Yeah. For like 2 months, I seriously considered it and talked to my dad about it at Bago before I met you, I think. And because he was like, I'm going to join. You're going to join with me? I was like, nah. And then I started to seriously consider it, and I'm like, I am jacked now, and my cardio is pretty good. I could be a soldier because I never had the ability. Like, I was fat and not out of shape. I was never going to be in the military. But now I could, like, seriously consider it. I'm like, well, serving the country. I'm starting to love America, too. Serving the country would be pretty dope. And I'd get money.
Yeah.
That's what,
I don't know.
I wouldn't be happy. That's the problem.
Yeah, you're not really serving the country. You're serving the country, but you're serving money at that point. You're serving politicians that tell you what to do, and they're powered by money.
That's true.
Yeah.
If there was like an actual war, like if like we were invaded or something, then I'd fight. I'd fight for the fucking. I'd go on the front lines, dude. The Chinese were here, dude. Don't come here, bruh. Don't.
I think we're actually at a pretty we're probably like one of the safest places right now. They're probably gonna invade from coasts.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta defend Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but they still gotta get through Minnesota.
Yeah. Yeah, they can't come from our fucking coast.
Yeah.
They'll get fucked up.
The Mississippi is. The U.S. is really hard to overrun in an invasion. We have like the best defense. Mississippi means we can transport things by water and from literally top to bottom, coast to coast.
Plus the highways, most countries don't have shit like we have set up. Yeah. Also, I was thinking it's kind of dumb for like anybody to want to shoot missiles at each other. I understand like war and all that bullshit, but you're just if you are like ultimately the end of war would either be they fucking join your side, which just probably mean you're going to occupy some of that fucking country, or you take that country completely. That's how it's been throughout history.
Or
so
you lose.
That's what I'm saying. So why would you want to launch missiles onto lands that you're probably going to own? That's dumb to me. Like if China were to nuke us and shit.
Yeah, to get the people out of there that you don't want to. Well, yeah, the nuke is different because that ruins the land.
Bombs kind of do too. You have to bring dirt. That's a lot of money to repair from
but
war and
you
shit.
can't use radioactive plant ever.
Yeah, but war costs a lot of money. You'd have to spend a lot of money. I guess you'd have a lot of resources still after fucking invading a country and taking their resources.
Germany exists. Bomb the shit out of that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking the Vatican exists.
Yeah. Rome.
They don't have fucking missiles though. The Vatican doesn't. Who do you think? Who protects? It's in Rome, right? So do they have their own missiles?
Italy was on the Axis for fucking World War II.
Interesting.
I don't know if Italy does. Some of the countries aren't allowed to have a military.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck? From bigger countries? We're like
from us.
Like,
no, you fucked up. You don't get one.
That's kind of not nice.
The countries can't. Costa Rica, Iceland. Most of the ones I'm recognizing on here. Monaco. No shit. 5 countries. Costa Rica, Iceland, Mauritius, whatever that is, Panama, and Vanuatu. Wait.
Can I bump my zone?
What countries weren't allowed to have a military after World War II?
Thank you.
Japan. Germany was allowed to keep a military. Operation Paperclip. A defeated West Germany was forbidden to have a standing army immediately. The Allies quickly changed that stance as the Cold War began.
Do you think that's going to continue in the future? To where we have like control over other countries? Who the fuck are we to say that somebody can't do something? We're America, dude. We literally the land of the free, where we say all our citizens can do anything. But we won't let anybody else do anything. That's fucked up. In my brain, like, if everybody's human, everybody has the rights of human. Freedom. That's essentially what the fuck that's what America was built on.
It's tough.
They're like, you gotta come here.
Yeah, freedom ain't free.
It'd be hard to get freedom everywhere without like a Neuralink in everybody's head. We'd have to get all the members of ISIS. We're going to get all the members of ISIS. We're going to implant a Neuralink in their brains. We're going to make their... I know. We're going to make their brains supercomputers. They're going to be super intelligent. They're going to join America. I swear to God. How do you think we get that? Like, get these people to see? You can't get these people to see like our perspective. They don't want to
buying what we're putting down yet.
Is that because we fucked them over? That's because we fucked them over. They have
their own sort of freedom.
Yeah, that's a good point, but their freedom is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, but that's because we have our freedom.
We should give them like a healthy dose of mushrooms or something.
But what if they're happy?
You think the women over there in Iraq and shit are happy?
No. But
not with that Sharia law shit, dude. They can't even fucking show their faces anymore. Have you seen like old pictures of like Iraq and Iran and shit of like them going to school and all? It's like it was almost like America. It was kind of nuts.
Yeah. How do you do it though? That was your question.
How do we do it then? I guess it's our fault, isn't it?
Pretty much. I mean, Russia went to war with them first. That we were funding, like the Taliban or whatever, Al Qaeda. When Russia was going to war with them, that's how like they got most of their money. But then they stopped invading Iraq, and then we were like, ooh, that's a hot piece of ass, and then we started fucking them up, but we had already funded them so much, they were like well set up.
Have weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, that was one of the greatest lies.
That's crazy. See, that's what I'm saying. Who the fuck are we to say anything? We tried over there, it didn't work. We've tried many places to Americanize. Didn't we do it in South America too? Didn't we try to colonize some? Well, I guess I
think we're still doing it. I think there is like spec ops in South Africa. Oh, Africa.
Yeah, that's where we're at too.
Yeah,
we're in the Congo for sure. Getting all those rich material.
The Panama Canal, the Banana Republic.
That's true. Yeah, we're always trying to do shit and it never works. Mm-hmm. We almost have to just say. It's like what Trump's saying. We just got to say fuck everybody else and just focus on our country. That's all we really can do. It's proved in the past that we really can't help anybody. It's kind of like trying to like what I talked to you about today. Like I wish I could take everybody's pain and shit, but I can't. Mm-hmm. It's like we're trying to take everybody's pain, but we can't. Yeah. It's not working. We can't handle it financially. We can't handle the responsibility of doing it because then we have to send our people over there. It's never going to work. We just have to protect ourselves and let them exhaust their way out, I guess, because it might, you know what? It might be like Japan when they, you know how in like Japan's history they were completely closed off from the rest of the world. They didn't want to let in like
They're still
foreign
using
trade and
swords,
shit.
and we had like
Exactly. Maybe it's going to be like that. They're going to close themselves off. They're going to just do what they want to do after America leaves them alone. And maybe it's just going to become to where they're so outdated because we've got Neuralinks in our brains or AI or whatever the fuck's we got going on in the future.
That'll be where you live if you want to be a real human, I guess.
Yeah. Those will basically be like hunter gatherers. It'll be like a tribe. We'll go see them and they're gonna fucking die their way out because they're fucking their cousins and shit, like the British.
I think there'd be a population that goes there just so they don't have to have like the Neuralink and shit.
That's true. Maybe the human race divides, and then the people who
Organic and cyborgs.
yeah, and then the cyborgs leave the planet at some point, and then the humans just do human shit.
Yeah.
They just keep doing human shit for the rest of eternity. But would that work? Ah, I guess we could never fucking figure that out.
Have to see, I guess. Cool thought, though.
It's a weird one. Because you'd think that everybody would have.
The cyborgs or the organics?
I'd probably join the cyborgs, dude. I hate carrying my phone around. I'd rather just have it in my head. If I can trust, like, if Elon makes it and he stays like free speech and all this shit, then I'll trust him. After like 7 generations of commercial Neuralinks, I'll get one.
Millions of the populations have one.
Yeah. I'll let everybody else try it first. And then I'll be like, yeah, we'll do it. Maybe get like a screen on my arm or something. Well, I guess I won't need it after my bionic eyes are implanted, but it's going to be like Cyberpunk, yeah. Hopefully.
Hopefully not. Cyberpunk is like the whole world is owned by corporations at that
point.
Well,
yeah. Well, that's what the podcast was talking about too. Like he was talking about how the timeline split twice when the first time when Trump got shot.
Died.
No, when Trump got shot, and then that's when it split because it could have ended in a civil war or Trump survived, and that's when the universe split. And then the other one was when he got elected because it could have ended in totalitarianism. Essentially, and that's what he was saying. Is there like a universe out there where it went the other way?
It was civil
and that's
war,
when they were like thinking about. Yeah. Isn't that scary, dude? Like where it went the other way, where everything else.
We were like this far off. You know?
Yeah.
Quite literally.
And all those migrants got in and they voted.
Like, yeah, that's like the Archduke Ferdinand thing.
That's like terrifying.
The World War, yeah.
Then it might end up like Cyberpunk because here's
Cyberpunk it's the NUSA now. It's the new USA, and it's after there was a war between like a bunch of corporations and America, basically.
Then it would be Cyberpunk for sure, I think, because then guess what? If Elon supported Trump and they didn't win, they'd probably find a way to access his patents and get rid of him, and then fucking make Neuralink for themselves.
They're trying to get rid of Elon.
That's what I'm saying.
Trying to deport him.
Imagine if the corporations got their hands on Neuralink and patented technology and how figured it out for themselves. They could implant all the ads they want.
Your left eye is now just ads constantly.
Oh, that would suck, dude.
You're late on rent, so you have like this much vision.
Oh,
it's ads everywhere.
That'd be insane. Instead of taking your physical assets, they take your biological. I was
gonna say I might be team organic just because I don't know how that shit's gonna go. Somebody made it. It's made.
Yeah, but it'd be cool to have AI in your head.
It'd be cool until the AI doesn't like you anymore and it's not your friend, and it dictates your thoughts. So now it's a dickhead to you all the time.
I just don't think that way.
Yeah,
our phone doesn't do that. It does that because of humans, but the phone itself doesn't do that.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just because, like, you turn your notifications off and delete all the stupid social media apps. It's a piece of useless junk that does math. You can fucking access the internet. You're not going to do that all the time. You're not going to be Google searching all the time on your phone, scrolling through articles all the time.
I would do it if it doesn't disconnect me from, like, the peace you can feel from just, like, looking at the night sky and shit like that.
I don't want to lose my soul. I'll never trade my soul for anything.
Yeah, exactly. Inner peace, basically.
I've thought about, like, ironically, like, I used to listen, and I bet you did too, a lot of rappers talk about losing your soul and shit. And, like, when we were kids, we were, like, I don't know if you felt this way, but, like, I was like, I'm never going to trade my soul and shit like that. But essentially we were trading our soul because we were doing a bunch of fucked up shit. We were hurting ourselves and our family. We're essentially trading our soul without even trading our soul. We were programmed to trade our soul immediately right off the gate. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's heavy. Jeez. Damn, boy, you drink loud as fuck. Yeah, we're in the safe zone.
There is no safe zone. We're going for 6 hours.
Right.
We're podcasting all night.
Clock in.
You're gonna have to call in tomorrow. You get holiday pay?
I wish I could clock in. I'm on a salary, baby. I get the same check every
You're a
week.
piece of shit. You know that? I'm just kidding. No, my brain has tried to compare your paychecks to mine, but
It's tough.
it tries. That's what I'm saying. Your brain. I don't know how your brain works, but my brain tries to go over everything. So like,
Winnebago's hard too, because like, man,
it's shit.
they don't keep it consistent.
No.
The thing I only got put on the salary because I show up every day and I show up early and I leave
Yeah,
late.
it's your own work and effort.
Yeah.
And you know the knowledge. It's not like
I'm barely gone. I'm
That's
gonna
why it
be there
doesn't-
Friday.
oh yeah.
Like I have to work Friday.
Well, that's why comparing doesn't matter because I don't have the. Even if I was in your position, what the fuck do I know about cars and fucking running a shop and doing all that
You can
shit?
come to work with me tomorrow if you want.
I'll run the shop, but I won't run it too well.
Sucks ass.
We're gonna do these 6 oil changes, and
Yeah.
then we'll do this engine.
Create the work order, get the profit percentage, put it on the oil filter, the oil, not the labor, because labor doesn't have a profit percentage. It's labor.
Yeah, I'd give up. I want to hire
50%
somebody to do all that.
Yeah,
I'd be like Craig.
That's who I am.
I'd just be spending the money and
I
fucking
don't really
chilling.
like it anymore.
I just want to hire Chance Nielsen to do it. I'd be like, Craig, your boss. He's got it figured out, kind of. Like, he's got his business and shit. He's just got to.
He got my ass, though, bro.
What do you mean?
He was just like, well, you want to try the office? The dude did not lay out any of the type of responsibilities I've taken on. Like, you remember?
Isn't that how most jobs go, though?
You remember the Tyler kid?
Yeah.
He got fired, and then he was like, well, you want to try it? I was like, sure. And now I'm here. Now I know the ins and outs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of how every job is. They tell you you're going to be doing something, like Winnebago tells you you're going to weld, but then you're doing all this bullshit like painting floors and doing this stupid shit.
Yeah, but they were like, you want to try the office? Now you got to imagine if Bagel was like, you want to try the office? And you were like, okay, but now you got to find all the parts, ship all the parts, make all the labels for all the parts, all the work orders for all the parts. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got to do like every process.
Did he show you how to do any of it?
No, Jeremiah showed me a good bit.
Jeremiah's a funny guy.
Yeah. He showed me, like, once I started getting serious, I needed, like, numbers from him and shit that he showed me. Wages, hours, profit and loss statements. Those are hard.
What is it?
Profit and loss.
Oh, do you have to calculate that every day?
We have an accountant. No.
Oh, so you
talking
save
about
all
yearly profit and loss, like from past years, how much money they made and how much money they lost.
Why did you have to do that?
To figure out fucking numbers, figure out how much money we got to make to stay afloat.
How's that new guy doing?
Which one? Mexican dude?
Yeah.
He's in Mexico. He's avoiding the Hase Frio.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's so awesome.
Yeah. It'd
be so cool to just be like, yeah, I'm going back to Mexico.
I'm coming back in February. Can I come here?
Yeah. We've got these earbuds now. You kind of have to.
See me. I used them with a customer today that only spoke Spanish.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
They're like dual use.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think about that feature.
Yeah.
You thought you were going to get scammed on them.
It sounds like a scam.
It does.
I found it on Facebook. It translates language when people are talking, and you can hear it in your language, and you talk, and they hear it in theirs. And I was like, I'm like $350. We are never getting these earbuds. Sure enough, they fucking showed up and worked. I was like, oh, what?
That's crazy. I didn't even know you could ship.
Well,
shit
I figured
over
out they
Facebook.
worked because I guess I should have just looked up. Well, Craig couldn't figure out what they were called for the longest time, so I didn't know until like the day before. But then I started looking up the earbud. There's a bunch of videos online of people that like travel around the world and use it. They don't speak every language.
Did he pay on Facebook?
I don't know. It was like a receipt from the website in the email, so it was probably a link.
That is sketchy.
Yeah.
Was it like an ad or something? Or was it
It
somebody?
had to be an ad, right? It had to be an ad. That's why I was like,
That's crazy.
what the fuck are you doing, dude?
That
Stop
is
clicking
like
on
the
shit.
most fucking
How
boomer shit.
hammered did you get before you clicked buy?
Bro, they were probably listening to you guys being like, we can't understand this guy through his fucking
How are we
phone.
gonna translate every
Yeah,
time?
and then he's scrolling Facebook drunk as hell. And
got
he's
him.
like, holy shit.
It literally got him. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
I was
insane.
glad it wasn't a scam, bro.
It works sometimes, I guess.
It would have been kind of funny if we just they were just regular earbuds. They're just Bluetooth to your fucking listen to music.
Hold on. You just start playing your bops through it. Yeah, these are regular. He'd be pissed, dude.
Yeah, these are regular earbuds. There's nothing good about them. These taste exactly like regular earbuds taste.
It tastes like your wax and everything. That's insane, dude. I've never once like looked at an ad and been like, "Yep, I want that."
How much? $400?
Besides food,
Purchase.
like food gets me.
Bring it to my house.
On Facebook,
I'm
especially.
yelling. This shit's gonna be so loud.
It works most of the time.
Yeah, mine's down here. I'm up everywhere.
I realize that if you look down and talk, it gets louder too because you're looking right at it.
Your mouth
You don't
is
think
pointing
about
towards
that.
it. It's like putting it on the butt cheek setting versus like the.
It's a butt cheek setting. I don't even know how to fucking. I was trying to look up today if you could connect more than two of these to one receiver, and you cannot. That's why I was talking about like with three people, I will probably like aim them like I don't even know, like maybe just set them like this, and then hopefully the sound would just bounce. Because if you set yours like that, and then I set mine like that, it'll probably catch their voice and our voices. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta set it at like a. You gotta set it at the halfway, so you gotta angle it like that.
Yeah.
Because then it picks up half of them and half of you.
Yeah, but I haven't tried that yet, so we'll figure it out.
The dude never showed.
I don't know how to use these mics. But I do like that it looks better quality and shit because of the fucking phone camera.
The phone's decent. The webcam camera.
It's a dog ass wet camera. I don't. Well, it's pretty good solo.
When I was taking my classes, I was like, "Am I pixelated right now? What the fuck is going on?"
With the light on, it's pretty good. It catches pretty well when you're by yourself, though. Is what I mean. Like when you're by yourself, it's fine. But with
my favorite pod of yours is the darkness one where you got fucking.
Bro, that was
when
fucked
we
up.
had the trifecta bullshit that was going on. That was like my. I know it's such a rough pod for you and you're pouring your heart out, but fuck, I remember that. I love that pod. Dude.
Well, the problem with me pouring my heart out is I laugh at everything because when I'm uncomfortable, I start to laugh.
But yeah, I just remember that week and I'm like, damn, that was some shit that went down that week, man.
The only two options when you feel uncomfortable is either laugh or feel depressed about it. And I want to laugh and I feel uncomfortable saying that. That's why.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Because it's weird. It's weird to just sit in that. And you're like, I gotta fucking add some humor here, just laugh and then fucking keep going.
Yeah.
I do it when I talk about how big of a piece of shit I was, and I start laughing like a motherfucker because I'm like, God damn, I was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Do you think about how big of a piece of shit you were?
Yeah, dude. Don't make me think about it though.
It's good. It's good for our souls.
I've thought about it plenty, dude. I torture myself with that shit.
Yeah, I know. I know you do. I just think about it. Maybe that's why the podcast helps too, because I start to think about things. I think that's my way of thinking. It's just talking.
It's about time you started thinking. Damn it!
I just think in thought form. It's weird, and then talking is just out loud thought. It's weird. My brain doesn't shut off. I might buy some supplements or something because I don't know. I got to do something. Last night I slept all night, but I didn't feel rested. It's weird. My brain doesn't like to be off. That's why I woke up immediately. Dude, I woke up, I'm like, fucking 5 o'clock or something. Because normally it's like 1 or 2. And then I fucking check the time. I'm like, 5:20 at least. Fuck. Then I started posting on Snapchat, scrolling my phone. Then I came out here and laid on the couch for a while. Because I'm like, I'll just chill by myself till Chance gets up. Then you got up and showered and shit. And then came out. And I was like, all right. I don't know, man. I can't sleep. And then you started telling me about the dryer, so my brain's like, all right, we're going to fix that after coffee time.
I didn't want to start your day off with that, but I was like, when am I going to tell him? Like, right before I leave, that I can't help him with nothing?
I wasn't upset because it gives me something to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I'm going to do. I'm like, well, I thought it would take a few hours, but it only
Zinc improves REM sleep. L-theanine.
Don't you have zinc around here?
No, well, I have a multivitamin. I might have zinc in it. L-theanine is like what they put in energy drinks, though, so that ain't gonna help you. Passion flower and fucking German chamomile.
Can you Google tyrosine for me?
Higher.
Tyrosine, yeah. I don't know what it is. I've heard it. I thought it helped with sleep too, but I don't know.
Stress relief, brain health, cognitive function.
Oh, okay. Huberman's got a whole thing.
Hypothyroidism is what it like helps with.
Oh yeah.
Thyroid function.
My mom has that.
Hashimoto thyroiditis, the autoimmune form of hypothyroidism.
Isn't that like when you produce too much of your hormone or something? Thyroid hormone?
I think that's when you don't produce enough. Low thyroid production.
The fuck is thyroid? What?
Thyroid is fucking.
What does it do?
I think it releases hormones. What the thyroid?
What thyroid, Google?
Produces hormones.
Oh.
Metabolism, heart rate, body temp, weight, digestion. Yeah, it's everything.
Well, if you're fat, then
penis size.
Your thyroid's probably not going to be great, right? And if you're eating bullshit and drinking pop all the time,
yeah, it's gonna fuck it up.
Yeah. So
it doesn't everything kind of fuck with your hormones a little bit.
If you're like fucking like
whatever you're ingesting.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to eat meat like from the fucking Amish people and shit, dude.
Other men.
Well, the Amish meat, dude, has no hormones and shit in it. That's why I get it, because I don't want to fuck with my hormones any more than I have. That's why I like watching Greg Doucette, because people are fucking with their hormones all the time, taking steroids and shit, dude.
I hate that
guy. I know you hate it.
He's whining a little bit. No, this is actually how that works. And if it wants to, here we go. Shut the fuck up.
I love it, dude. I love it.
Torches me when you turn that.
That's my Cletus McFarlane. Cletus McDonald or whatever his name is.
Yeah, they're right. Cletus McFarlane.
You're watching the Cletus McFarlane YouTube channel.
That's the best part. Hell yeah, brother.
That part's left out intentionally. Yeah. Fuck, it's Cletus again.
Yeah, Cletus fun.
I don't know, bro. Like, my brain goes. You talking about cars and shit has gotten my brain. Sometimes, like, I'll get a wild hair up my ass to where, like, I'll watch an engine build. But like a lot of things, I just like the headlight. I just want to figure shit out. If I gotta figure it out, I'll figure it out. But
that's Kim's perspective on it. He's like, I just want cars to run and drive.
Like, yeah,
that's all I give a fuck about.
Yeah,
like, I don't like them at all. I don't want to go home and wrench. Like, I'm just, unfortunately, I'm good at fixing them.
Well, I'd love them more if they didn't. If I know damn well that they can make better fucking vehicles that aren't so disposable to where like the tires are fucked up all the time or you got to change the oil all the time. They got to have better ways of doing this shit by now. And the only reason they don't is because they make so much money off of it. Like, we've made so many leaps and bounds in technology. There's no fucking way you're telling me I got to change my... There was light bulbs when Edison was around that didn't burn out, dude. And they changed them. Can you Google that?
Yeah.
They changed light bulbs because they didn't burn out. And they wanted to make money. I'm pretty sure that's true. I don't know if that's true, but...
There was light bulbs that didn't burn out. Centennial light. Longest light bulb never burns out. The incandescent light bulb has been burning for over a century, demonstrating potential longevity of light bulbs with proper design and materials.
That's what I'm saying. So clearly we're not properly designing our materials. Because why the fuck does my headlight go out all the time? Bullshit.
I say they're engineered to fail for good reason.
Why? Tell me. Sorry.
I want to know. Why do light bulbs intentionally burn out? They burn out due to natural wear and tear. What?
Whoa. Now we're in a hole.
The natural wear and tear is because they fucking burn out. Not burning out. Where's the wear and tear on that? Oh, overheating, voltage fluctuation, poor connection. That's fair. But still, you guys some hoes for not making a good light bulb.
But why does that other one not burn out?
You know when the light...
You think the voltage...
Remember when the fucking light bulb like exploded in the lamp?
Yeah, but what my question is, why don't those Centennial light bulbs or whatever, why don't they burn out from over voltage or whatever? Because if it's in a regular socket, then it's going to be prone to over voltage and shit like that.
Pretty dim. So maybe that's like the reason is now we have bright ass bulbs and they used to just have dark ass bulbs.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
Elon Musk needs to design a better light bulb for when we go to space.
Brock, how I make light bulb?
What the fuck, dude? I still don't like it. Because I know damn well they make tires that are better fucking, that don't pop and shit.
You could get like E's. You could get E-rated ones, like the same rating they give like semis and shit like that.
But I think NASA made a special tire that like doesn't rover, fuck up. Yeah. NASA's making better tires for a rover on Mars. I want a fucking good tire on my Dodge truck.
Get you some Wild Peaks, boy.
What are we at? We can end this thing. We're at an hour.
Oh, sweet. We made it.
All right.
Oh, yeah, brother.
I love you guys.
Folks. Love you.
Bye.